Welcome to the UMO Coaches Show. I'm Michael Robertson for the Trojan Sports Network, joined today by UMO women's basketball head coach Wendy Lee. And Coach, you come off a couple of victories in conference on the road this past week. First, let's start off and kind of talk about the two games as a whole. And so both of those games jumped out to pretty large leads, but then saw both Pfeiffer and Lees McRae start to chip away and get closer. But at the end, really were able to pull away and slam the door on both teams. Do you feel like maybe you're starting to see some maturity from your team, specifically in late game situations?
I think it's still early. I mean, I'm thankful that we had both victories, and especially with them being in conference and on the road. It's really hard to tell trends right now, I would say, as to are we closing well and are we gelling yet. But it at least is showing some indications of positive traction in the right way. So I feel like, getting a good start is critical, but then maintaining that tempo throughout the entire game and not having that slippage, which we've shown in a couple of games. Some of that's human nature. Get off to a good start and then you kind of ease up, or whatever happens mentally happens. But we're just still learning. We're learning from all of the aspects of how we're playing and how we've won and how we've lost. So I think the early part of the season has served what it should serve for us. And I guess it's fortunate we've won conference games, but it's unfortunate that we play them so early. It's not the norm to have this many conference games before you finish your non-conference schedule. It's just, kind of getting the cart before the horse. You want to play your non-conference games, learn from those games, build on them, and then get into conference. So it's a little mixed how it happens in our league, but thankfully, like I said, we're able to get the wins and be hopefully learning from the wins that we had this past week, because there's still a lot to be learned. Whether we won or lost, we've got a lot of things we got to get better at.
And certainly over the past week, you could really look at anybody from the starting five, even a couple players off the bench to highlight, but just specifically talking about Felicity Havens and really just a massive outing against Lees McRae. 21 points, 17 rebounds, the fifth highest single-game rebounding performance in women's basketball history here at Mount Olive. What has she meant to this team, and has she really, I know you had talked in the preseason, one of the big things was her coming in and filling not maybe just one role, but multiple roles and doing a lot of different things. And how do you feel like she has played so far in this season?
Well, she's becoming more consistent, and I think, for her, a big goal for her was to play more consistent than she did last semester, because truthfully she only played a semester of college ball right now. So in reality, she's a second semester freshman. So with that being said, I think she's still growing and learning about herself and our program and our team. And yes, this is her second year with us, but it's only her second semester playing. And I think finding that consistency is important for her. And like you said, being able to do multiple things for us is critical, and she's showing her presence on the boards. Obviously with 17 rebounds, that was a focus for her, and a really showed a lot of grit and determination to get rebounds for us. And we, being undersized in the post, need her to play big, and she's doing that for us. And I think, as her game develops, we'll be able to see her, even have good statistics in assists and steals and other areas. But it's a work in progress with Felicity and with our program. So we're just, trying to build on it. But she is trying to do more than just one thing. And I like the leadership she's trying to show as well, to be such a young player.
Common theme this season, early on in the season, has been playing on the road. Wrap up this long 7-game road stretch to open the season tomorrow night against Chowan. What are you expecting from the Hawks tomorrow night?
I'm expecting a battle. We've been looking at their statistics and trying to watch film. It's a quick turnaround. We just got off the road to the mountains, and it's a long trip, and we're trying to have ourselves ready for what we do. But we have had an opportunity to watch them as well, and they're very confident right now, very experienced. They start 4 seniors. So, it's the kind of team that coaches love to coach, is a group of seniors that have experience and confidence. So with that being said, we have to be able to, get out there and play on their floor with a lot of confidence and with a lot of intensity, and and to be able to do what we do and take away their strengths. And they got a lot of different strengths and good depth. So we need to play our best game that we've played to this point, and it's going to be a tough matchup for us. So it'll be a really big challenge and a good measuring stick to see where we are, because they get out and they run and they play hard and they get on the boards and they've got inside-out play. So they're a very well-rounded team that we're going to have to play a well-rounded game to beat them.
Looking ahead to this weekend, you've got North Greenville coming in here in Carnegie Arena, your first home game. How important is it to you, and how big of an advantage is it to come back home and finally start to get into your home schedule this weekend?
Right. I feel like, as you and I discussed earlier, we've probably never had this length of away games to fall at the beginning where we haven't had a home game yet. So that to me, I think, has built up the appreciation to play home, and I think it's going to build up the level of enthusiasm to be able to play in our gym and not practice in the gym and then have to go play somewhere else. I think it could in some way turn out to be where we really value the opportunity and the importance of getting a home game. And so trying to make a positive out of this long extended road trips that we've been on, I think would be that I'll really try to sell that with our team, is that, playing in our gym is special, and we've been waiting for what feels like months to play at home. So let's go out and do what we do and not, really overemphasize where we're playing, but be comfortable and confident that you're in your gym where you get to practice every day, and let's take advantage of being on our home court and play our best game at home next Saturday.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck in 2 contests this week.
Thank you.
This has been another episode of the UMO Coaches Show.